Hey everybody, happy Monday. No, I always like to say happy Monday. Today's my week. I get to go to the John Gordon Conference, Positive Team Leadership event in North Carolina. I leave early Wednesday morning, get back Saturday night. So it's going to be super awesome. Comes at a great time and everything we're going through with being positive and leading. I had a lot of driving to do today. So one of the things I actually listened to a John Maxwell. If you want it, let me know. I'll share it with you. Um, his 16 traits of being a leader. John Maxwell has a lot of different leadership stuff out there, but I thought it was a podcast where he met with Craig Gershaw. I butchered that name. But anyway, the moral of it is when he speaks, when he meets with people, when he does anything, the first thing he always does is tries to put himself into their position and sit back and listen to where they're at. So if you're talking to your kids, put yourself in their position and what you're going to say, how does that relate to them? And the big thing that I took out of it is that not everybody is exactly the same. There's not a one size fit all leadership. There's the ability, he put it as reading the room. You go into a room of super high achievers and you want to lead them, you're not going to lead them exactly the same as you're going to lead younger people that maybe aren't as high achievers. This kind of goes hand in hand. This is a little bit off topic. So my parents moved. They moved into another house. They're finding a bunch of stuff that's mine, and they're just giving it to me. And there's a lot of pictures. There were some military pictures. But one thing that was in this box was a note that I wrote to my grandma. So that would have been 32 years ago. And it was hilariously funny and hilariously sad. So 32 years ago would have put me right at 18. And the things I talked about in that letter were relationships that I had at that time, and then caring about my grandma, saying how much I missed her. It was actually, I don't remember writing it, which it's in my handwriting, so I know it was me that did it. But it's just talking about things that were going on in my life with my grandma, and I was far away without being able to make phone calls, depressed, but I needed somebody to talk to, so I sent a letter to my grandma. And then I have a bunch of goofy pictures with some of the guys that I went to basic training with, and I thought that was really cool too. But that letter kind of resonates with me. The things that I was complaining about and I was worried about 32 years ago matter nothing right now. So my 18-year-old self was thinking this way, and it was not the right way to be thinking about some things, but my 50-year-old self is thinking a lot differently. And I know age has a lot to do with that, but growth. But I think the moral of the story is somebody could have listened to me at that time and thought, man, this guy's batshit crazy. But there's been anybody throughout my life that's believed in me. All sorts of people between my grandma, my parents, now my wife, my kids, even some of the people that I lead with at Clout here. But the difference, so I think back to how I would lead myself at that age. Right now, I can't lead the same way to 18-year-old Tim as what 50-year-old Tim would have been. Completely different. So, moral of the story with that John Maxwell, this one's a really long one, but this one's pretty deep. John Maxwell says the same thing. Read the room. Lead who you're leading. Everything's not the same. So, anyway, have a great Monday. My next video will be in probably, I don't think it'll be sunny down there, but North Carolina on Wednesday. I'll do it when I get down there. So talk to you guys later. Bye.